When do you need a confined space rescue team? This is a common question that can be answered by evaluating the space to be entered. Any entrant in a permit-required confined space is required to have on a full-body harness with a retrieval line attached to it. As long as the space is free of any entanglements or obstructions that would prevent the entrance removal by the retrieval line, then only basic non-entry retrieval training is required for employees working in the space. If the space does have entanglements or obstruction that would prevent retrieval or create a hazard for the retrieval line, then the entrant is not required to be attached and a rescue team would be required to be able to respond in a timely manner to the space being entered. The OSHA standard requires responders be able to respond for rescue in a timely manner. In other words, roughly 5 minutes in a non-IDLH atmosphere, and on site if there is a potential for an IDLH atmosphere. In general, there are 3 options for providing confined space rescue: fire department rescue trained personnel, in-house trained personnel, outside rescue services on site during entry, such as HazMat Solutions. Many people believe the fire department will handle any rescue in a confined space, while in actuality, most fire departments are not trained to enter confined spaces, especially small cities or volunteer fire departments in rural areas. I would start with checking your fire department to see if they provide any confined space services. Keeping in mind if they have an emergency, your confined space entry would be terminated until the fire department was finished and able to respond to your space again. If it is determined that an on-site employee rescue team is needed, then they are required to be trained in the use of all rescue equipment and personal protection equipment needed for rescuing entrants from any space being entered at your facility. In some cases, an industry will have 90% of their spaces be entry by non-entry retrieval by their employees, and will bring an outside service in for the few spaces that are more technical, especially if entry into those spaces is not frequent. HazMat Solutions can either train your personnel for the confined space rescue situations at your facility or provide on-site rescue teams for a more technical rescue along with providing OSHA compliance for your facility.